Insecurity has become a cankerworm eating deep in the progress of our nation. Many organizations have therefore taken it as a mandate to work towards sustaining peace back to Nigeria. The Northeast Conflict Management and Stabilization Group, Mercy Corps, in collaboration and partnership with the Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, or CAPI consulting firm, have long worked hard towards entrenching peace back to the northeast part of Nigeria. Today, 9th June 2021, a consortium learning event took place at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on conflict management and stabilization in the northeast. According to Mr. Paul Enude, the program manager of Mercy Corps Nigeria, the program is focused on improving security for violence in places like Borno State. The NECMS program was difficult since the program was held in the conflict region, but it yielded positive results in achieving change and entrenching peace. Mr. Millicent Lewis, the country program manager for Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, laid emphasis on how the center has helped counter, through religion, the language of extremism, and how they have further educated and passed on such knowledge to communities, which thereby helped them fostering love and peace. According to a representative of the Center for Civilians in Conflicts, the center have been able to serve as well provide as an intermediate between civilians and military around the community, stating that a relationship have been built whereby civilians and military personnel express themselves and communicate as well as interact swiftly without conflict.
The program is actually working with Consortium, working with the Center for Humanitarian Dialogue HD, and also Civilians in Conflicts, and also CAPI Consulting and Radio and Daracin International. So basically the program is looking at improved security for violence in Borno State. Looking at the works of NECMS in the past years, I think it has had a lot of engagement, and initially we felt that it was a program that wasn't going to see the light of the day because looking at implementing a conflict program in a setting where the conflict is ongoing and it's something very, very difficult, and also looking at the fact that in achieving change, it takes a very, very long time most times, and those results are not actually visible, immediate. It takes time, it takes years to achieve that tangible result you want to see.
Promoting a message of peace and using religion, which is what the alternative narrative document I mentioned has focused on, and bringing out the tenements of peaceful messaging, which counter the language of extremism and what is sold in recruiting extremists. For us, that work is one that is transgenerational. We pass it on to educate, and in doing that, we find and have got lots of experiences in feedback from the field, where communities then pass it on to their various groups, the women, the youth.
Center for Civilians in Conflict is an American NGO based in DC. We're part of this consortium member, and we bring on board a very unique sort of training to this consortium in terms of civil military dialogue. Center for Civilians in Conflict has been able to provide opportunity for civilians to actually interact with the Nigerian armed forces, especially the ones in the northeast. That sort of interaction has actually helped us in terms of building trust within the community and civilians, and also ensuring that our civilians are adequately being protected, and sort of information sharing between the civilians and the military, and opportunities also are being created for civilians, because this relationship has actually grown to the level where they can actually, communicate with each other.
Speaking to the press, Mrs. Joy Aderele, the NECMS consortium manager, the program, which had been in existence for years, successfully ended and has helped in peace building in the nation, especially in Borno State, and has achieved milestone in over 21 communities, 5 IDP camps across 6 local government areas in Borno State. It has also helped build cordial relationship between the civilians and militaries. When asked challenges encountered during this program, she stated that the emergence of the pandemic delayed implementations during the program, but along the line, success was finally achieved.
Peace building program that's helped in the Northeast, especially in Borno. We worked across 21 communities. We worked in 5 IDP camps across 6 local government areas in Borno, and we were able to reach both civilians, military, through community structures. We were able to build capacities for people to promote peace, because we know that peace is essential for a good and prosperous life.
A lot of people even see the good governance committee that we engage in the community. They see them as the government of the day in their respective communities. Why? Reason being that prior to this time, before now, we have seen cases whereby in the Northeast there is almost a complete absence of the local government structures. Why? Because of the insurgency. But right now, we see that because while they were away, what they see is basically the good governance committee, who are actually going for advocacy visits in the city centers to engage with their government participants, to engage with the leaders that they have voted in, to ask for most of these things they need in their communities. But currently, we thank God for His Excellency and the current governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulum, who has made remarkable effort to see that he has moved a lot of these government officials back to their original state of residence, which is the interior local government. And we also have very functional local government in Borno State right now, even in the core and interior local government. And also all the traditional leaders, they have all relocated back to their respective domains. So for us, we think that it is part of the efforts that we have made, we have pushed, and we have even engaged with the governor himself, and we've actually seen remarkable successes. So basically for us, it's a win-win situation for us and the people of Borno State.
You know, Nigeria, we have to be positive. We have to continue to work towards peace. I think this is a country that is very important to the world, very important to the continent, and I think there's just a lot at stake. And we will continue to work towards peace. We'll continue to work with the government to ensure lasting peace in Nigeria. So we're here, we remain resilient, we remain focused, and hoping that we continue to have lasting peace.
Zainab Ahmed, Voicetv, Nigeria.